Yeah, your girl Little Bacon Bear hanging out with another winner of KYS Versus. I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself.
What's going on, y'all? This your boy Juwan Antonio from Washington, D.C.
So you're from DC proper.
Yeah, uptown.
Uptown. Were you born and raised there?
Yeah, I was born at Howard Hospital.
Oh, okay. So Georgia Avenue proper. Okay, well, I get you. So tell me about the path to becoming Juwan Antonio, or did you just pop out the womb at Howard Hospital rapping?
Well, my mom, she passed away in 2014.
Oh, wow.
She was a singer, and my dad is a soca artist. And from both here and in Trinidad. And my granddad was a big time soca artist. He goes by the name of Brigo. He passed away maybe last year.
Well, I'm
So
sorry to hear that.
yeah, no problem. It kind of runs in my blood. I went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts, graduated in 2012. From there, I put out my first project, Hurricane. I made my first song, Hurricane, and it kind of just went up from there. I don't know if you ever heard of Top 5 DC. It's a band in the area. I was their lead singer for about 3 years. And then there I met Colton Perrine, who co-produced and produced and co-wrote my whole first project. So we had a good time there. And then, that brings us to now, to 95 to Love, which was produced by Paco. And I'm glad, I've been getting a lot of good feedback from it. I wrote that, out of real feelings, I wrote it for the city mainly because I wanted to make something relatable. Everybody who is from this area, even on the East Coast, everybody has driven down 95 at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make something relatable, something that all my peers could, relate to, and yeah.
Well, I mean, it definitely related. It definitely related because obviously you got your 5 wins in the bag. So it definitely related. Before we talk about that, run it back just a little bit. So you said you were in a band. So are you an independent artist now at this point? Have you left the band? Did the band cease to exist? Like, what happened?
Well, they still are doing their thing. They're still doing shows. We parted ways
Yeah.
for other reasons. But yeah, I was in the band Top 5. They're a great band, great musicians. I was with them for about 3 years. We had Colton Perrine, Christian B, Darnell DB Speeds, and currently they have Shay Jennifer as their singer. But it was a collab of great artists. Some of the greatest artists that I've met in the area.
Tell me about a time in your musical career that you just like wanted to stop, or have you always just been passionate? Like, do you just draw roots from positive energy and you just keep going? But I feel like everybody's got a low at some point. Have you ever had to draw inspiration?
To be 1,000 with you right now, I'm going through one of those times, with COVID and everything.
Yeah, man, it's whooping our ass.
Yeah, it's easy to kind of get sidelined or sidetracked with my goal, which is to become commercially successful in this industry. But I've been feeling like dang, I don't even want to do this no more, because I'm used to like being in at shows or like meeting people. I'm an energy type of person, so I'm used to that, and to not have that, and for the industry itself not to really have a sense of normality, it's kind of weird. So for real, I'm kind of going through that right now.
No, I get it. So you're not the only one. As I say that here in my house, teleworking, I think it is taxed us all in a way, but I think it is also making us stronger and making us all adapt, you know what I mean? And be more solution oriented, because, if you allow yourself to get low in this, you'll be in here sad. You'll be hella sad in here, and obviously that's not the goal, because it's really hard to create and be a positive and be a creative being when you're not, at your best or feeling your best. But I mean, you're drawing some type of inspo, and I hope winning KYS Versus at least helped a little bit.
Yeah, that was dope. That was a dope experience. I won the competition on 95, so to win something on 93.
Oh, wow. So you just toss PGC in there? Okay.
No,
I appreciate that.
My first single, Knock It Down, my first real single other than Hurricane, Knock It Down, which was from my previous project, did a really good job on there.
Yeah.
Won a similar competition to this one, and I got a lot of love on that one. So I'm just blessed to continue to first of all be able to do something that I love, but to spread my music and people get my music, or what I'm trying to say.
I will say that it is great just like having the platform for local artists to be able to do things like this, you know what I mean? And I definitely send cheers to PGC for taking that on too, because I mean, there's a million artists in the DMV and not everybody has what it takes to win 5 nights in a row, but there are artists that prevail and get it done. So for you, when you got your win, your fifth one in the bag, did you know that you had the competition in the bag the whole time? And your fifth one, what'd you feel?
No, to be honest, the first two, three songs, I really was like, nah, I ain't gonna win this one because the songs were fire. All the songs that I went up against were fire. But I think after the third, I mean, after the maybe the fourth one, I was like, okay, um, people are actually listening, people are actually liking it, and I try to, put not that no one else does, but I try to put a lot of content in my music. So I was just happy that people were receiving it. So yeah.
On your fifth night, did you cry or anything? Did you do like jumping jacks or cartwheel or anything
I
fun
did. I
like
did.
that?
I did a few backflips up and down the hallway and stuff like that. It's like, but no, I did. I was pretty happy. Once again, to for people to receive your music is a great thing, and it's a great feeling. So I was excited and appreciative for you guys for having that platform because not a lot of people show a lot of love to artists that are in the DMV. Um, from my experience.
I was
My
gonna say, yeah, that's always a moving point. Some
Yeah,
say that it is that way, and others say that it's not that
yeah,
way.
yeah, but not as far as radio, radio in the DMV definitely shows love. But I'm speaking on as far as individuals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no. Well, I'm glad that I could extend that reach to you. As far as 95 to Love is concerned, is this going to be a part of an EP or is this just an independent song you just drop us something just to have it out there?
I am working on. I'm in a studio now. Finally, after COVID, trying to put together my first full length project.
Oh wow.
Um,
Is it album or EP?
I'm going for an album. It's going to be more songs than what the EP would allow. So I probably have. I'm going for 12 maybe. 12, 13, but I have about like 17.
17.
Songs.
So I will tell you right now, if I could provide you any advice, 17 is kind of a lot for anybody
No,
that
no,
ain't
no,
Chris
no.
Brown,
Yeah, yeah.
or little baby.
I ain't trying to put. I ain't trying to put out a whole, that much, but I am trying to put out enough so that my fans can really begin to understand who I am as an artist, and really get my sound because I feel like I have so much more coming down the pipeline.
Absolutely. To anybody that is being exposed to Juwan Antonio for the very first time, what would you want to say about your artistry, and what would you say that would convince them to be a fan of you today?
I will, normally I would say come to a show, but I would just say really listen, really listen to my music. Really catch the vibe. I will say for my next few songs that are coming out, my next project, I will say that I tried my hardest to put a specific vibe on every song. So every song is about real life experiences that I go through. Some may not be in a experience a situation right now, but it's a whole line of lifetime of history that I write about. But just really listen to my music, and if you really like music, if you love, if you love vibes, you'll mess with me. So yeah,
And if you love supporting a DMV artist, of course.
let's go.
Do you think that you'll have anything like soca inspired on this project
Yeah,
because it is like in your blood?
I do have a reggae inspired song. I want to get more into it. I actually have been doing a lot of studying on my granddad. He was a pretty dope artist, and I've never really seen him perform, and I've actually never met him
Wow.
because he passed away before I could meet him. But yeah, I definitely plan on exploring that a lot more. Seeing what else is inside me.
Well, I'm excited for you. You said you got 18 tracks, so they all better be fire. This one
I,
done one verses, so that's one in the bag. We got at least one hit here, but 17 more to go. So I'm excited for you, Mr. Jawan.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
I do want to give you the chance to extend and say congrats or shout out or do whatever you want to do, just to provide some support to your platform if you want. You can shout them
And
out.
well, I just want to shout out, my mom. She, taught me everything I know. She passed away in 2014. My aunt, who is also my manager, my publicist Flair, my aunt Dion, my whole family. everybody who's been riding with me, all my friends, family, everybody in the DMV. Most importantly, everybody who is going through something as it comes to COVID. All the people that are losing somebody, as a family member, a friend that is, being um, taken over by COVID. Just know that this doesn't last always, and we'll be back at it soon.
This is certainly temporary.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel you. Where can we also support your music and tell you congratulations and say what's good and say hey on social media?
All my social media, including my website, is official Juan Antonio. That's JEJUAN Antonio ANTONIO.
And of course, you can find the interview in its full entirety, KYSDC.com. And that's at littlebaconbear.com for me and at LITTLE Bacon Bear on Instagram and Twitter for me. But lastly, go ahead and introduce your record to the entire DMV, good man.
Hi, DMV. The moment you've been waiting for. This is 95 to Love. Juan Antonio, produced by Paco. Enjoy.
Say less. Appreciate you, Juan. Yeah. All right.